Good evening. I know we still have a few minutes before it's 5 o'clock, but I thought I'd start just a few minutes early and give those of us who've had kind of a crazy day a chance to settle, a chance to really ground down before we move into our practice. So if you still have things to do, you can go ahead and do those. But if you're ready to come into your breath and into your body, to really start to ground down and to let go of everything that has been happening, I invite you to come to your mat. I invite you to take a comfortable seat and find your breath. So as people are joining in, you can ground down through those sitting bones, lift through the crown of your head. You might close your eyes. And I don't know about you, but I had a kind of crazy day, and so I might bring my palms face down on my knees. But if you're needing a little more hope or a little more light in your life, you might turn your palms up as a way to receive that grace and light. So find what kind of energy you need to channel, and from there, really begin to settle. Find those sitting bones grounding on the earth. Lift up through the crown of your head and begin to cultivate that deep breath, taking some deep inhales and exhale. Can you feel how you are connected to Mother Earth? Big, solid, beautiful Mother Earth. Can you feel your hands and your legs connected? Lift through the crown of your head, let your chin drop. Feel the breath as it comes into your body, inhaling and exhaling. We inhale and exhale. One more breath in, exhale. And slowly open those eyes if they're closed. You can bring your hands to your heart and maybe think about something you want to cultivate in your practice. So if it was a dark day for you, maybe cultivating more light and hope. If it was a crazy day, maybe cultivating some more groundedness. And we're going to try and do both in this practice. So try and really ground down and yet open up to be our best selves in our lives and on our mats. So from there, I invite you to come onto your back and bring your feet straight up toward the ceiling. Flex those feet and keep your feet together. Bring your arms out to a T and try and drop your chin towards your heart. Feel that low back pressing into the mat. From there, try and relax. So even as you're trying to be solid in this posture and hold it, try and cultivate some ease, some okay. I can relax. I'm now on my mat. I've got this. So we'll inhale for one more breath and exhale. Now, for less challenge, bring your hands by your bum and we're going to walk our legs, lowering one leg and then the other. If you want a little more challenge, bring your arms out to a T. If you want the most challenge, you can bring those arms up overhead. You can interlace those fingers and create that little Charlie's Angels gun. So wherever you are, let's inhale, drop that right leg toward the floor, and exhale, lift it back up. Try and keep that chin tucked. Inhale, lower that left leg, and exhale, it rises. Inhale, we lower that right leg, And exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower that left leg, and exhale, we lift. Now everyone, bring your arms out to a T, bend those knees, and slowly rock those knees from side to side. You don't have to go all the way over. We're simply twisting out the spine just a little bit here in the beginning of class. One more breath in, and exhale. Now, extend your right leg long on the earth and take both hands and grab that left hamstring and try and pull your nose towards your knee. That right leg can hover, or if you need, it can come get down to the ground. Those shoulders are relaxed away from those ears. We're breathing for 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. Bring that right knee in. Grab onto that right upper thigh. Extend that left leg and pull your nose towards your knee. Those shoulders are nice and relaxed. They always kind of want to come up, but can you lower them down? We sit up nice and tall for 3, 2, 1, and lower yourself down. Bring both knees in, and now let's rock and roll, coming up and back. So all the way up, and rock ourselves back. Come on up, and rock back. Now this time, come on up and try and hold yourself in a half boat. Those toes can always be down if you need, otherwise they can be hovering for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock on through onto your hands and your knees. So we come into a nice tabletop position. Those hands ground, those toes tuck, and let's press ourselves back into a down dog. You can walk out your dog lifting one heel and then the other. Those hands press into the mat as we create a beautiful upside down V. Now your heels are dropping toward the mat. They might not be able to reach, and yet we're trying to extend those heels down. Those feet are on railroad tracks, so nice and parallel. Inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky. Flex that right foot, and exhale, lower it down. Inhale with lightness, lift that left leg up to the ceiling, and we exhale, lower it down. Inhale, we lift that right leg. You are so light on those hands. We exhale, lower it down. Inhale, that left leg lifts, and exhale, lower it down. Look up at your hands, and we'll either step or hop to the front of the mat. We inhale, extend through our hearts, and exhale, fold over. Let's all bend into those knees. Grab onto those elbows and sway from side to side. Letting the head pull gently on the spine. Getting into those feet as we let our head open that back of our body. One more breath in. And exhale, come back to center. Keep those knees bent. Bring your hands to your waist, tuck your chin, and slowly build yourself up. Perfect. Now, this is going to feel really weird, but ground down through those feet and then start shaking your shoulders. So we lift and we lower. So we're just shaking everything out. We're letting it all go. For 3, 2, and 1. Stop. Shake out your entire body. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. And exhale. Now, bend those knees. Keep your hands as they are. And lift your right heel off the floor. So stay there, or you can try and lift that leg and hover for 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Then we lift that left heel. Stay there, or try and lift it for 3, 2. Noticing the different sides. 1. Lower it down. Now take your hands Inhale, come across with that right arm and sweep it up and back. You can follow that hand with your eyes. Other side. Inhale, that left arm comes up and to the back. Inhale, that right arm across your body to the back of your mat. Inhale, that left arm up and to the back. Now, take your left hand from the back and bring it to the front and tap your mat. Now bring that right hand up from the back and bring it forward and tap your mat. That left arm goes to the back and we bring it forward and tap our mat. We inhale that right arm to the back and we tap our mat. Extend those arms long in a chair, so we're sitting in a nice chair, then start to swing your arms. We're moving them forward and back. Try and stay relaxed. We're working into those thighs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands back to your heart. Tuck that chin and come all the way up. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, bring yourself forward. Bring your hands back to your heart and bend those knees. Then we inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, swan dive ourselves forward. We can bend those knees, our hands come back to our hearts. We inhale, rise on up, and exhale. Bend into those knees. Bring the backs of your palms to the floor and drop the crown of that head once again. Just fold it over and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees, bring your hands to your waist, tuck that chin, and stand all the way up. Come to the top of your mat, bring your feet to touch. We're going to inhale, lift those arms up overhead, and exhale, tip ourselves forward. Inhale, extend through that heart. Exhale, step or hop back into plank. Now, bring your feet wide on your mat. You can always come to your knees if you need and just hang out here. Otherwise, drop those heels over to the right and try and bring your heart forward like it's going to drop down between those hands. For 3, 2, 1. Lift back up on those feet. Drop the feet over to the left. The heart moves forward. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, either to your knees or those elbows go back for chaturanga. We inhale, lift on up, and exhale, rock on back into downward facing dog. Now, if your shoulders don't like down dog, you can step those feet a little wide, and that takes a little pressure off those shoulders because we're going to stay in down dog for a few extra breaths. So really find a posture where you can lift those hips and then let that heart melt. So your armpits are trying to kiss the mat. Keep that neck nice and long. Feel those feet grounded. One more breath in and exhale. Inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it between our hands and we rise on up into high lunge. So bend into that front knee, lift through your heart. Looking at the floor is going to give you more balance. Looking up is going to challenge you. We settle. Feel how grounded you can be in your feet and how you can rise up out of those arms. So we did some movement. Now we're holding for 3, 2, 1. Sweep those hands wide. Frame that front foot and either step back into down dog or move through a vinyasa. So you can step back, the knees can come to the floor, or those elbows back, and we inhale, rise on up. Then come over those feet and come on back into our down dog. Notice what your hands feel like on the earth, how solid and grounded you are, how Mother Earth is giving you all kinds of good energy and support as you do this work. Let's inhale, lift that left leg up to the ceiling. We exhale, step it between our hands, rise on up, looking at the floor or lifting our balance. Settling into that front knee, lifting through that heart and those arms. The shoulders are soft. You are steady. You are strong. You are fierce. Bring your energy up through those fingertips. Last breath in. And exhale, we sweep everything wide and we step on back, moving into down dog or through our vinyasa. We inhale, rise on up, and exhale, press on back. Let's inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky, step that foot between the hands, and lower that back heel this time. So your right elbow can come to that front knee, and you open through that heart. Or your hand can come down to the floor, and you lift that left arm up. Staying nice and grounded through those feet, and yet at the same time, can you lift your toes? So those toes don't need to be gripping. We try and stack heart over left shoulder over heart over right shoulder. We open. One more breath in. Exhale. Let's bring those hands to frame that front foot. Step back into down dog or move through vinyasa. So those elbows can go back. We inhale, rise, and then come on back into our beautiful down dog. Take a couple of extra breaths here. I know we're doing some extra movement that's getting the heart and the breath going, but we kind of want to do that to burn off any of that extra energy, that extra nervousness or fear or uncertainty. So now notice how settled we can be. As we inhale, lift that left leg up to the sky. We exhale, step it between the hands. That back heel lowers. So that left elbow can come to this thigh, and that arm can either come to your waist and you open through that right shoulder, or you can lower that hand down and lift that right arm up to the sky. Keep those fingers together on that right hand. Ground down through that right foot as you bend into that left knee. Inhale and exhale, lifting through those toes. One more breath in. Exhale, frame that front foot either back to down dog or we step on back and move through vinyasa. Knees or elbows go back. We inhale, lift on up, roll over those feet and press on back. Look up at your hands and we'll either step or hop to the front. We inhale, extend through our hearts, and exhale, fold in. Inhale, those arms reach out and we come on up. And exhale, bring those hands to our heart and chin to our chest. So now, ground down through that right foot, and we're going to inhale, lift that left knee. So stay here or interlace your fingers and try and pull that left knee towards your left shoulder. We're growing nice and tall through the crown of the head. We inhale and exhale. Last breath in. Exhale, let's release. But now try and bring that heel towards your bum. So this is a beautiful place to stay. Your hands can be at your waist, Your hands can be up, so this can be your pose. Or bend that right knee, bring your hands toward the floor. And then tuck your left knee behind your right. So it's just kind of tucked right in there. And then you flex those left toes. That's a place you can stay. Or bring your arms out to a T for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands back to the floor. Then you can bring those hands to the waist. Build yourself back up. And if you're here waiting oh so patiently, now we've joined you, and let's walk it out. So that was a lot of work on that right leg. Let's make the left leg that happy. So the left leg grounds. We inhale, lift that right knee. Try and interlace your fingers the weird way. So we always do it the same way. Can you bring the other index finger on top? Whoa, balance is off. And grab that right knee and pull it toward your right shoulder, growing up tall through the crown of your head. We inhale and exhale. Last breath in. You've got this. We exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to your waist. So now that right heel comes towards your right bum. Stay there or bend into that left knee and try and bring your hands to the earth. You can always tap down that back foot if you need. So now your right knee tucks in the back of that left knee. And this is a beautiful place to stay. You can flex through those right toes or bring those arms out to airplane. Long through that neck. All different places to stay. And yoga is not a competition. It's an inquiry into what your body needs. One more breath in. Exhale, bring those hands back to the earth if they were up. Then everybody bring them back to our waist. We try and come on up. Let that heel be lifted. And exhale, walk it out. So bring your feet hip width apart. We inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, tip ourselves forward. We can keep those knees bent if we need. Now, slide your hands under your feet. And so I'll come back here so you can see. So your hands are under your feet. We extend through that heart. You can keep the knees bent. Point the crown of your head toward the floor and straighten through those legs. Let yourself relax. So open through the back side of your body. Press into those feet. Those hips lift. Your belly button moves towards your spine. We inhale and exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Take those hands out from under those feet. Bend your knees. Bring your hands back to your waist. Your chin tucks. And come all the way to stand. Come to the front of your mat if you're not already there. Feet to touch. Inhale, those arms come out and up. Maybe a little back bend. Then we tip ourselves forward. We inhale, extend through that heart. Exhale, step or hop back into plank. Now, your knees can always be down, and you can do it this way. Or you can stay in plank and lift that right foot and then curl that right heel towards your right bum for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Extend. Now we curl that left heel toward our bum for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend, lower, bring those knees to the earth, bring them wide on your mat, and sit your hips on back, and come into a very well-deserved child's pose. So those arms reach forward. We try and air out our armpits. We can even bring our chin to the mat if that works for your neck and your shoulders. Otherwise, just bringing your forehead really is a beautiful stretch. We inhale and exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. Now inhale, come back up. And inhale, open that right arm toward the sky. And exhale, snake it under that left arm. So you're coming onto your right ear and shoulder. Stay there, or can you extend that left leg out to the side? So your left leg can be straight, and you can even try and grab that big toe as the left arm reaches straight. So you're on your left ear, right ear, your right shoulder, your left leg is extended, your left arm is extended, and your right hand is gripping that left foot. For 3, 2, 1, and you can always stop and stay at a place that works for you. Coming on back up, bringing that left knee in. Now we'll inhale, lift through that left arm. Exhale, bring it under that right armpit, left ear and shoulder to the mat. Your right arm can walk straight out in front of you. Stay there. Or you can bring that right leg straight and see about grabbing maybe under your big toe with your 2 peace fingers of that right leg. And I've never taught this pose before, and I don't know if I'll do it again because it's a little bit awkward to do, especially over video, but I just saw it today and thought it would be fun to try. So one more breath in. We exhale, walk that right hand back in. We lift ourselves on up. Now kick that right leg behind you. We extend that left arm forward. Stay there, or curl once again that right heel toward our bum. Stay there, or the left hand can reach back and try and grab it. And now we turn it into a heart opener. So we open up through that heart. The right foot is kicking back. The left hand is holding on. We lift through the crown of the head. Grow light through that right arm. One more breath in. And exhale, extend everything long. Then we return it to the earth and we shake it out. Let's extend that left leg so it kicks onto the back. The right arm can come forward. This is a beautiful pose. It is opposing actions. It's strengthening our back and our shoulders. So stay here or curl that left foot in. The right arm swings back if you have it. Grab that left ankle and now lift through that heart. So beautiful. Whatever you are doing, try and grow steady but soft. Like you could hold this pose for Gone with the Wind. I think that's a 4-hour movie. So just imagine you're going to be here for a while. Relax for 3, 2, 1. Extend everything long. Plant that right hand. Plant that left knee. Tuck those toes. Press on back. Downward facing dog. So inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, we step the right foot between the hands and lower that back heel and bend into that front knee and come on up into Warrior Two. So the right knee bends. You want it to track to the little toe side of your foot, not go in. So it goes nice and out. We bend. Then imagine someone's pulling back on that left hand. And notice how you create a beautiful, tall column. Look at that right middle finger. Bend into that front knee. We always want to pop out of it, but we bend into that knee. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Let's bend that front elbow. The left arm swings under, and you can either tap your shoulders and lean forward, or you can bring your palms together into eagle. Let's inhale, rise. Then we try and tuck that right shoulder inside that right knee. Bending into that right knee, relax through that neck, lift through your belly button, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Last breath in. Let's undo. We'll frame that front foot and step back either into a down dog or move through a vinyasa. Either knees or those elbows go back. We rise on up. We roll over those feet. So grateful for our bodies and grateful for our mats and our breath. Places where we can come and center. Let's inhale, lift that left leg to the sky. We'll step it between our hands and lower that back heel. We windmill our arms. Bend into that front knee. Make sure it goes to the little toe side of the foot. Imagine someone pulling back on that right hand. Bend into that front knee. Look at that left middle finger. Bring your fingers together so that there is energy coming from that lower body and out those right or left fingertips. Breathe. We inhale and exhale. Let's bend that front elbow. The right arm swings under. Tap those shoulders or bring those palms together. We inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck ourselves on in. So that left shoulder now is tucked inside that left knee. Grow solid through those feet, but give a little smile. We made it through this day. Maybe it was a great day for you and awesome. If it was a challenging day for you, we made it to this point. We made it to our yoga mats. We inhale. We exhale. Let go in those shoulders. Last breath in. Exhale, we undo. We frame that front foot either to down dog or vinyasa. Elbows back or knees to the earth. We inhale, rise, and exhale. Bring ourselves on back. Look up at your hands. We'll either step or hop to the front of the mat. We inhale, extend through our hearts, and exhale, fold ourselves in. Inhale, we sweep those arms on up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart and chin to your chest. So, step to the front of your mat. Keep your hands at your heart. We'll bend those knees. And now, see if you can bring your right elbow outside your left leg. So you can use your left hand to grab. And then we bring our hands to prayer and we twist. This is a beautiful place to stay. Or you can look down at the earth, lift your right heel, and see about stepping back with that right foot. We'll keep that back knee and heel lifted. We're twisting from our hearts for 3, 2, 1. Look down at the earth, at that left foot, and see if you can step that right foot forward. And we're all back here. One more breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Point the crown of your head toward the floor, and maybe sway side to side. Inhale and exhale. Let's all bend those knees. We'll bring our hands to our hearts. Stay here or hook that left elbow, and you can use that right hand to make sure it gets nice and snuggled. Then you can try and bring your thumbs towards your heart. This is a beautiful place to stay. Or look down at that right foot. Let that ground you. Lift through that left heel and step that left foot back. Then we try and twist. Bring our hands toward our hearts. You've got this. We are so strong and awesome. No matter what's going on in our lives, at our core, we are incredible. One more breath in. Exhale, look back down at the floor. Step that left foot forward if you can. One inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your hands to the floor. Bring your feet to the edges of your mat. Those toes point out, and we bend those knees. And your elbows can come to those knees. Now, you can just rock those shoulders back and forth. Or you can come into Malasana, but your knees really need to be healthy to do this. You can sit through those hips as you bring your hands to prayer. And from here, you can tuck that chin. You could close those eyes. You could center, ground, and yet grow light through your heart, through the crown of your head. You are full of energy and goodness and light and hope. And at the same time, you are solid on this earth. Last breath in. Exhale, let's plant those hands and either step or hop back into plank. Everybody bring your knees to the mat and lower yourself all the way down onto the floor. So bring your arms out to airplane and try and lift your upper body off the floor. You can stay here or let those legs lift behind you. Look down your nose at the floor. So try not to be looking at the computer, because I could feel that tweaking, making my neck work really, really hard. And we don't want that to happen. But let's breathe for 3, 2, try and lift through that heart. 1, lower your hands by your chest. Those knees come to the earth. We inhale, press ourselves up into table. We'll tuck those toes and press ourselves back into downward facing dog. Now, lift your right heel up off the mat and swing your hips over to the right. Feel that stretch along the left side of your body. Try and grow grounded through both hands. One more breath in. Exhale, lower that right heel. We inhale, lower that left heel and swing our hips toward the left. Grow long through that right side body. One more breath in. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, we step it between the hands and we lower that left knee. So you can just stay here and kind of be bending forward and back. That's a beautiful pose. Or you can bring both hands to the inside of that right leg. And you can then try and point the crown of your head toward the floor. Your left toes can stay tucked to provide more balance, or they can untuck. And you can really lower that head, and you ultimately might snake your right arm behind that right leg and bring it to the floor outside. Then try and bring the crown of your head toward that right ankle. Be really mindful of any messages the body is sending you. So we do not want sharp pain. We just want to get into that right hip. One more breath in. Exhale, lift everything up. Walk that right hand back out. We'll step those right knees back. We'll step that left knee forward so you can come on up and just bend into that right or left knee, stretching out that right front of your hip. Or you can bring your hands inside that leg and bring the crown of your head to point toward the floor. Ultimately, that left arm can go under that left leg and plant outside that left foot. Then we can bring the crown of our head toward that left ankle. And you do not have to crank on that left leg. You should feel sensation. It comes pretty easily. So we don't want to push past our edge or blow past it.
Instead, we want to honor it and simply open. One more inhale. And exhale, we undo. We plant that left hand and let's step on back into downward facing dog. We'll inhale, lift that right leg up to the sky, and exhale, step it between the hands, lower that back heel. Now this front knee can stay bent, and you could stay up here. If you had blocks, you could put blocks on either side or one block in front of you, or those hands can come down to the earth. You're trying to bring that left hip forward and the right hip back, then maybe begin to straighten through that right leg. And we lay ourselves over that front leg. Hamstrings are really sensitive. So if yours is sensitive, just keep a bend in that right knee. We breathe into the edge. Otherwise, we lay ourselves over that right leg. We inhale and exhale in this pyramid pose. One more breath in. We exhale. We'll inhale, bend into that right knee. Go ahead and step back into downward facing dog. Check in with those hands. Can you feel their pressure on the earth? Let those heels drop towards your mat. Inhale and exhale. We'll inhale, lift that left leg toward the sky. Exhale, step it between our hands. Lower that back heel. This might be your posture. Or you might start to straighten through that left leg. You can always use a block if you have it. Inhale, extend through that heart. Exhale, we melt over that front leg. Remember, we're trying to bring that right hip forward and the left hip back. Shoulders towards your waist rather than your ears. Feel grounded in those feet. We inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend that front knee. Step on back into down dog. Then we'll look up at those hands and we're going to either step or hop to the front of the mat. We inhale, extend through our hearts. We exhale, fold over. Inhale, those arms rise. And exhale, bring those hands back to your heart. So one more balancing pose. Ground down through that right foot. We'll come into standing figure 4. Inhale, lift that left foot and notice how flexed my left toes are. Then we're going to turn that knee to the outside and bring that left ankle onto our right knee. Stay here if this is enough for you. You can bring those hands to your heart. That might work. Or you can sit those hips down and back, like you're reaching backward for a chair. Your hands can stay at your heart, your hips. You can grab that left calf or keep that left foot flexed. You can reach toward the floor. Extend through that heart, that beautiful heart space, that open heart space that is warm and kind and brave. We inhale. Exhale, if your hands are down, bring them back to your waist. Build yourself back up to standing and walk it out. Left foot grounds. We inhale, lift that right foot. We cross that ankle over. Remember, it's really flexed. And we try and push that right knee to the back of our mat. This is a beautiful pose. Or your hands can come to your heart and you can begin to sit on down. This is where you can stay. You can bring your hands to that left or right calf, or you can come on down toward the floor as long as those right toes really stay flexed. Imagine you have a Barbie foot. Remember how you could never quite get a shoe on her foot? And so it's really, really flexed, long through that heart. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale, bring those hands back up if they're down. You can bring them to your waist or to your heart. Inhale, come on back up. And exhale, walk it out. All right. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, tip yourself forward. Inhale, we extend through that heart. Exhale, step or hop back into plank. Either come to your knees or move through Vinyasa Chaturanga. Inhale, we lift on up. And we exhale, press ourselves on back. Inhale, lift that right leg toward the sky. Exhale, step in between the hands. Lower that back knee to the mat if that works for you. And climb yourself on up. Bring those hips forward and down. So you can totally stay here. Or if you have it, you could grab those elbows behind you to open through that heart space once again, or interlace your fingers behind you and then lift through your heart. So we're dropping into that front knee. We're lifting up through that heart, being really mindful of our neck and shoulders. One more breath in. Exhale, undo. We're going to plant that left hand, tuck those back toes, lift that back knee, and the right arm lifts toward the sky. This is a beautiful place to stay. Or we can come into revolved half moon. So that right hand can come onto the earth, and we pop onto that right leg. We lift that left leg behind us. You can stay here. Or that left hand grounds and the right arm reaches out to the side or up toward the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hands to the earth. Step on back. Lower that back knee. Rise on up. Sweep those arms in a circle. Frame that front foot. Step back to down dog or move through Vinyasa, knees or Chaturanga. We inhale, rise, and we exhale, press on back. This is a challenging practice. I think I had a little bit of energy, so my apologies. I had intended gentle, but so hopefully this was okay with folks. We'll inhale, lift that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, lower that left foot to the earth. The right knee lowers if that works for you. We inhale, come on up. This is a beautiful place to stay. Or grab those elbows, or interlace the fingers the weird way. And then we open, bend into that front knee. We lift through our hearts. Breathing, feeling grounded as our hearts rise, which means they are light and open. Inhale. Exhale, release those hands. Inhale, lift those arms up overhead. We swing them around and frame that front foot. Step back to down dog or move through Vinyasa. So back to plank. Those knees can come to the earth or elbows back. We rise on up and we come on back. Look at those hands and you can either walk yourself forward or give a little hop and then come to sit on your bum. Let's take our left heel and bring it toward our right bum cheek. So if your left knee is a little tense or has some injuries, you can always keep that left leg straight. Bring your right heel to the earth so your foot is flexed. Interlace those, you can grab your calf and extend your leg. You might just hang out here. Or you can create a little basket and grab the bottom of that foot and just sit up really tall. This might be your posture. Or you start to straighten
through that right leg. We sit up nice and tall, lifting through the crown of our heads, settling through those sitting bones, looking at our second toe. Your breath is your anchor here. We'll bend into that right knee. Now your left hand comes over the top of that right foot and clap the outside. So grab the outside. The right arm swings to the back and you can look at that right thumb. So you can stay with that right leg bent, or you can press through that right heel and lift through your heart. You'll maybe feel that in the outer right hip. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. Last breath in. And exhale, come back to center. We lower that right foot down. We put that left sole of the foot on the floor. Now if your knee can handle it, the right heel comes to your left bum. Your toes can flex, or that right leg can always stay straight if your knee doesn't like to bend that deeply. Interlace your fingers the weird way. So you always do it the one way. Other index finger on top. Left toes flex up. So you could hold that knee. You could lasso that left foot, sitting up nice and tall. You can keep that leg bent, or you can start to press through that left heel. Now it's really easy to rock back and let the pelvis rock back. Can you imagine that pelvis is a bowl and you don't want to spill a drop of water? So it's really full. You want to keep it nice and even, or if you do have to spill it, you want it to go forward. One more breath in. Exhale, we bend that left knee. Now we take that right hand over that left foot and grab the outside. Left hand swings to the back, kind of like a gate, and we look at that left thumb, sitting up nice and tall. From there, you can kick through that left foot and straighten that left knee if you have it. And you know what? Let go of whatever it is that you're clinging to that is making you frustrated or afraid. Just use your breath for a few moments. Be here now. Those things will be off your mat waiting for you. But can you be here now? Opening through your heart. One more breath in. We exhale, come back to center. Bring that left foot to the floor. Let's extend both of our legs long. Move our flesh out of the way. Cross your right leg over your left so that they cross down by the ankles. We inhale, lift on up, and exhale, bend forward. Try and either grab your shins, your ankles, or you can bring your hands kind of between your feet and hold on. That wasn't a very good example. So inhale, we sit on up and just fold forward. Mostly find a posture that works. Something that's really gonna feel good. We use our breath. We inhale and exhale. One more breath in. And we exhale, lift ourselves on up. We'll cross the other way. So the right leg comes to the mat, the left leg crosses over. We sit up tall. Tip yourself forward from that pelvis. Your hands can come to rest on those shins or reach forward to those ankles or to those feet. And then we fold in. You are full of light. You are full of beauty and grace. You are full of grit and strength. You are balanced. You are open. You are fierce and ready for whatever comes. The good, the challenging. We inhale and exhale. Inhale, come on back up and bring your legs both to the mat. We'll come onto our backs And so now bring your left sole of the foot on the floor and cross your right ankle over. So we did this standing, now we're going to do it on the floor. So you can keep your head and shoulders on the floor. You can lift that left foot off the mat, and you might just hang out here. Or you might take your hands and reach through your leg your legs with your right arm and take your hamstring, or you might grab that shin and then lay yourself on back. You're flexing through both feet. Try and bring your chin toward your heart. The feet are flexed, jaw and eyes are soft. Inhale and exhale, lower everything down. That right foot comes to the earth. We cross that left ankle over, and you can stay here or lift that right foot. Stay there, or the hands come through and grab around that right hamstring, or reach all the way through for that right shin. The chin tucks, shoulders soft. We inhale and exhale. One more breath in and exhale. We release. Let's bring both knees up. We'll cross the right leg over our left. Let those knees drop over to the left. Your right arm can reach away from you. Try and keep both shoulders moving toward the earth. Let that chin drop toward that right shoulder. We inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring those legs back up. Now we'll cross the left leg on top. Drop them over to the right. That left arm reaches away from you. The right hand comes to your left thigh. We open through our hearts. Inhale and exhale. Letting it all go, my friends. Last breath in. Exhale, bring those legs back up. Coming into happy baby. So you can grab your shins, your ankles, or the outsides of those feet. This is also called dead bug. So imagine a dead bug or a happy baby is probably a better image to focus on. Breathing, one more breath in and exhale, we release. So we bring ourselves into Shavasana. That might be soles of the feet on the floor, or you can bring those feet together as those knees open, or extend those legs on the earth. Tuck your shoulders under as those palms turn up. And it's tempting to skip Shavasana, to go back about your business. And yet it's in that posture that your body absorbs everything you've done. And you know what? We all deserve to rest. Life often works better when we surrender. We could all do with a little bit more nourishing of the quiet and the calm, because then we're better equipped to move with grace. So feel supported by the earth. Oh, my child, rest. Let it go. Oh, my child, rest. Let it go. Oh, child, let go. child, let it go. Oh, my child, rest, let it go. Oh, my child, rest, let it go. Oh, child, let go. Oh, child, let it go. Let's start moving our fingers and our toes. We can circle through those hands and our feet. We might extend those arms long overhead, so reaching from fingertips to toes. Then let's bring those legs in. You can bring them in one at a time and roll over onto your right side with those legs tucked in. With those eyes closed, press yourself up into a seated posture. Bring your hands to prayer at your heart. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be free from fear. May you know when to get grounded. May you know when it's best to seek out light. May you be spacious. May you be warm. May you be filled with love for yourself, for those who share your space, for this whole world. There is so much goodness. We can focus on that. And we can be the goodness in the world. And so may that light inside of you stay bright. Take a deep inhale. Exhale through an open mouth. Inhale. Namaste. Blessings to you all.